Google, right? So in these 30 days, you don't have to pay any bill or anything to access the Google Cloud. You will be getting all the credits that are required to access the Google Cloud from Google team itself, just for these 30 days, and you can just practice the labs on this cloud, right? So labs include creating virtual machines and machine learning techniques and every data science related stuff, the network security and everything. Whatever you need on the cloud, you can like obviously that is given in the syllabus. You can access everything related to that, right? So as I said, you won't be you don't need to even create your account on the Google Cloud before this, right? So all these credentials, the password and the email thing, the Google team will be providing to you whenever you will be doing the labs, right? And the and for each for each lab you will be getting 45 to 50 minutes to perform that particular lab, and you can in those time just you know go through all the stuff that is available to you, right? So this is basically the intro part of the Google Cloud, right? So why do you wait just a minute. Okay, so why do you need this program, right? So since not everyone can just go and buy the expensive Google Labs and Google Cloud thing, right? So it becomes really expensive sometimes to buy the services provided by them because they are quite efficient and costly services. So you need some support for this just to practice this thing. Obviously, no one can buy everything just to practice, right? So either you are creating some great project, for that you can obviously buy the services, but not for practice. No one wants to spend this much on the practice, right? So this was the initiative led by Google team to give you the access of all the practice things that you need to do, right? So you will be getting two courses uh, in this cloud 30 days of Google Cloud program. The one will be related to purely the cloud things like cloud analysis and cloud services things, and the next one will be more objected towards machine learning. So if you are interested in machine learning, you can choose that track. If you are interested only in development related to cloud, you can go for the cloud course. And if you are interested in DevOps, right? DevOps covers machine learning, machine learning as well as the services, right? Cloud services or MLOps. MLOps, I would say, covers cloud as well as machine learning. So you can choose both the tracks you are if you are interested in MLOps, right? And at the end of the completion of these assignments and the courses, we'll also get the chance to win these goodies, as you can see on my screen, the bag and these Google shirts and stickers, right? And obviously you will gain some certificates as well, the e-certificates that will be displayed on your profile. I will just go through it, how to access your certificates, and you can just reflect those certificates in your LinkedIn profile or resumes, right? And later, using these courses, you can also give Google Cloud uh, uh, test like the Cloud Professional and the Fundamental Cloud Certificate, these kind of tests, right? So those tests, all this syllabus will be related to those professional tests held by Google, right? So later you can go for those tests as well. We will organize a separate session on that. So how those tests are done and what's the syllabus and prerequisites for those tests, right? So if you have any doubt related to the introductory part, you can just ping or just open your mic and speak up. I hope it's clear. It's a basic thing. Like it's just the introductory part. We have more to come. And this stickers, as you see, the stickers and the certificates, the skill badges, basically, the below part of the screen. So in this way, you will be getting the certificates of each course that you do, right? And one more thing, all this is done using the credits, right? So credits act as a money in this thing, right? So um, normally you do pay for using debit card or credit card when you are buying a service, right? So but in this, you get credits. So credits, it's kind of digital currency in Google Cloud. You get to access the credits, and then you can just use those credits to perform labs, right? So each lab or course will be having a price, right? For example, there are two courses, and in each courses there are multiple labs that you need to perform, and each lab will be costing, for example, 5 credits, right, or maybe 10 credits, right? And you don't need to worry about credits. They will give you all the necessary credits. It's around 60 to 70 credits that you get, and there will be around 8 to 10 labs, and each lab having 5 to 6 credits. So maybe less or more even. It varies, but you don't need to worry about credits. All the required credits, Google team will handle, right? Okay, yeah. So do you have any doubt in the introductory part? Please, yeah, this is for the 50K, top 50K people. Those have already registered, and unfortunately, a few of the people in our college couldn't register just because the traffic issue. And the Google team was still looking into this issue, like if they could just open the form again only for our college, or maybe some other colleges that couldn't register. So I will update you accordingly. Okay. And one more thing, all these labs and courses you need to finish by 27th of October. You can start it now, but make sure you don't finish any of the course before 27th of September and after 27th of October, right? So that's why it is a 30 days of Google Cloud. uh, Whatever course you complete or the skill you get, you need to get that between 27th September and 27 October. You can obviously start now, but don't complete it. Don't just go through and complete everything right now. And also don't go for certificate thing. Like you don't need to just complete everything just because of certificates and swags, right? So it won't be of any use. Even if you get the swags, won't be of any use if you don't know how it is working, how every cloud technology and service is working, right? So that's why they have provided the cloud. Otherwise they could have just given the theory part and you could just revise it. But that's why they have given the labs as well. You can practice hands on, so that you get the internal working of the just memorizing the things, right? So I would suggest to practice it. Even if the lab is normally a 45 to 1 hour, but if you finish it within 5 to 10 minutes, don't just quit the lab. Go through all the services that are provided to you in those 45 minutes. Just explore everything, right? So that would be an asset, right? Okay, so let me just go over a few Google Cloud things, like Google Cloud terms. And so, how many of you are aware of Google Cloud? In general, just talk about cloud. So, hi, how many of you are aware of cloud technologies or anything related to cloud? Okay, I was awake at 3 a.m. this one, but I didn't get. Yeah, confirmation mail is because due to heavy traffic on the website, so that's why probably they are dealing it. You don't need to worry about it. If you have registered, you will get the email. If not now, you can get about 4 to 5 days later, but you will get. And in that email only, you will be having all the instructions of how to access the land, all the credits, right? Okay. So how many of you are aware of cloud thing? Like, has any one of you worked on it or aware of any technology or term related to cloud?
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. I have worked on like I did courses on some Coursera stuff on it for
Mm-hmm.
GCP.
Okay.
So I know pretty basic thing,
Okay.
fundamental
So
thing
what
about.
do you think? Like, why do we need the access to Google Cloud? Right. So you might have noticed the importance of cloud, right? So
Yeah.
can you
Cloud
just
makes it
shed a light?
cloud
Yeah.
cloud makes things easy. So like
Hmm.
what I learned was like there's on-demand service. Like I can access there's a pay as you go. Like the resources which we
Exactly.
use, you have to pay for it. Then there are resources available. There's you don't have to use your own resources like data server. There's all provided by the cloud provider. So it's pretty cheap and it's pretty economical. You can manage your project. You can uh, there is easy management in this
Exactly.
cloud procedure.
Exactly. So in cloud, as said, the services like creating your own servers, the virtual machines, right, and then executing your heavy codes, as in the machine learning one. Like in machine learning, if you are training a neural network, right, so neural network, or you are executing some heavy network code. So many times you won't be able to access it using your local computer, right? So somebody might have 4 GB of RAM and a software requires 8 GB of RAM, or like you don't have multiple cores in your much larger cores in your CPU, so it makes difficult to train a neural network model, a machine learning model, right? So for that you need something that you don't need to pay 1 lakh and 2 lakh of rupees, and you still get a chance to run that particular heavy codes and create your own optimal machines by just paying really less amount as compared to the one, like as compared to buying yourself a new machine just to train your heavy models, right? So Google Cloud gives a virtual machines to you that you can access it just like your local machine, as if you are just working on your own laptop. It's just residing in some other places, right? For example, in USA they have data center in USA, so laptop would be the all the resources of the laptop would be present there, but you will be accessing it via virtual machine, right? So this is one of the advantages. This is just one of the advantages. We have thousands of more advantages like storing large quantities of database, right? So you can't just manage all the database securities and queries by yourself, right? Not everyone is like, at least in a student level we can't do that, right? Obviously we don't have much experience, so that's why they have created a database service as well. The BigQuery provided by Google Cloud Platform, all this thing. You can just create the databases and they are hosted on Google Cloud Platform. And whenever you need to run the queries, you can just give the link to your database in your application, right? So this is the second thing. And the Kubernetes and they have thousands of services. You can, I will just share the link and you can go through it. Like, okay. Yeah, so every kind of problem you face normally, like while developing a software, like for example, you are not able to install a package, just facing errors again and again, right? For that is quite a common issue, right? So if we share our code to someone else on that machine, it doesn't run, right? But in our machine, it is working. We say that like it should run, and even if the every package is installed and every requirement is satisfied, then also it just says some random error, right? For that we have the container things, the Docker containers, right? And we have Kubernetes as well, all this thing. So whatever issue you face, right, in the local development scenarios, they can be resolved by this cloud thing, right? So even if you, for example, what if you just you created a backend application, for example, right? So, but hmm. So, for example, you create a backend application, right? So, normally when you create applications, they are designed to no, they are not optimal. They can't handle more than thousands or 2,000 of requests at once. If you just normally host them, you create an application either in Node.js, Django, or anything. You just host it and don't apply any load balancer and anything on that application, and you just deploy it so that it can just accept the request coming from the clients and process those requests, right? So but later, when the request number of requests per hour or per day reaches thousands and maybe lakhs, right? So you those applications don't have optimal algorithms that can handle such a large number of requests at once, right? So for that you need some uh, high, like, optimized algorithms, the advanced algorithms that can do the things for you, right? For example, we have round robin algorithm, right, that does the load balancer thing. So if what you do is just create multiple instances of your application. So normally when we are doing web development, we just open the port on localhost 3000 maybe or 5000, and we just run that application, right? So this is a single instance of your application. So, but in cloud, we can deploy multiple instances of your application, so that if large number of requests come to your application, they are distributed to multiple instances instead of one. So only one instance won't be facing all the loads of the clients, right? So multiple machines can handle that. Like how to distribute this thing, that is done by round robin algorithm, and round robin algorithm is provided by Google Cloud in the form of load balancer. Right. So this is the one of the most important thing, I would say, but one of the most important advantage of cloud, right? Handling your applications. So I hope this part was clear. And even if you are like interested in IoT and electronics and information technology thing, so Google Cloud does has this thing as well, the IoT services, right? The robotics, if you are interested in robotics as well, you can just explore all the services, IoT services, right? So yeah, this is just few of things. We have a lot more to do. We can't cover it in a single session. So do you have any doubt till now? Okay, so let's come on to the quick labs part. So one more thing, if you have if you are from the last year as well, because this 30 days of Google Cloud also happened last year, and if you have completed these tracks already, you will need to create a different account, different Gmail account to access these quick labs, right? That is just a disclaimer. I don't think much of you will be from the last year as well, right? So you don't need to worry about it. Just just connect your quick labs account with your normal Gmail account. Just make sure with the create the quick labs account with the one you have entered in the mail, as well as you have registered for the GDSC ZHCET, right? We can then track your progress and like update you with upcoming features, right? So this is quick labs. Quick labs is simply the lab, a collection of labs that you can do to access Google Cloud, right? So, for example, we have physics or chemistry lab or any networking lab, right? So when you are accessing or solving physics things using that lab, right? So this is how exactly it is working. So labs is simply a class, right? Your class, batch, where you just come and you access a lab, a quest. A quest is just a collection of courses, right? You just click on a course, you start the labs of that course, and you get 45 minutes of that lab. In those 45 minutes, you get free access to all the services of Google Cloud, and you can just practice it accordingly. Right. Quick Labs, I'm sharing the link. You can create the account if you haven't. Catalog is simply where your featured courses are present. Right. For example, the Google Cloud Essentials. This was earned by me last year. So it has 14 credits, right? So for from 60 around 60 credits, when you start this lab, your 14 credits will be reduced, right? You will be left with 46 credits, right? So approximately it will take 5 hours to complete, right? And yeah, this was the thing. And yeah, this is your public profile, right? So I completed this Google Cloud Essential courses last year. So it is now reflected on my website. So most of the times when you apply to some Google related jobs or programs, they will ask your public profile of Quick Labs, right? So you need to create a public profile as well in Quick Labs where your all the achievements and everything will be displayed here, right? Like my achievement is being displayed here, right? I mean, once you completed those two courses, those badges will be available here as well. Right? So these are the labs I have completed. I have did only one course in that, but in those courses, I have done these labs. Right. This is the passed and the tag. Like if you have completed that lab successfully. Okay, yeah, this was the thing. So do you have any doubts right now? This was the thing I wanted to cover. Basically. If you have any kind of doubt, you can just ask it. So,
Hello, Maaz.
hey,
So what happened was actually
hmm,
I have completed the Google Cloud Essentials too, but
hmm,
I read that there should be no badges, so I enrolled with different account.
hmm. Enroll.
So is that
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
So like
You need to access with a different account because if you have completed either of the courses provided in current Google program, so you need to
no, no,
create
I
a
mean the badge which you showed, right? Cloud Google Cloud Essential.
yeah this one yeah
I have that too. So is that okay
okay.
if I enroll with that account,
Ah, this is
which I
okay. You don't, yeah, because it's not. I hope it's not. This batch is not in the current syllabus, right?
yeah, I think it is not
Yeah, just verify it, and if it's not, you can go ahead, right?
because I already registered right with different account. I do not
Okay.
have the badge yet.
I like prefer to create a new Gmail account if you are just doing for learning purpose. I would suggest to create a new account only because I can't be sure like if there's some issue from the Google side, you don't get badges just in case.
Okay. I enrolled with a new account only
Yeah,
for
just
30
enroll
days
with
of
a
cloud.
new account. Yeah, enroll with a new account only. So because I'm not sure if they just change their policy or they create some issue and they just don't give the badges or the goodies. That's why. Although you will get the badges, but not the goodies. So for goodies, you need to uh, create a new account only if you have completed either of the course.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. This was it from my side. Okay, Divyanshu, I think we can stop the recording. Yes. people don't have much doubts now. Okay, bye everyone.